Hello! Today I'm answering questions about Alaska. I worked in Alaska for 3 summers, 2004, 2005, 2006, and 1 winter, 04, 05, pretty sure. And I recently moved to Alaska with my lovely wife in March of 2014. So I've lived here March, April, May, June, 4 months now, so I will be able to answer all your questions. Question number 1 comes from Dan G. in San Francisco. Dan wants to know, is it cold? And if so, how do you keep warm? Well, Dan, it is cold, yes. I keep warm with flannel pants in the winter, or in the spring when we were here, and lots of layers. And I find that when I'm hiking, even in the summer, I use all the layers. In California, I would fill my bag full of layers, and I wouldn't use them very much, but here, I use all the layers. That's how we keep warm. Next question comes from Megan in Oakland, and she wants to know, how big do the mosquitoes really get? Well, they come in a variety of sizes. Here's a picture of one. And but they can be small and fast or big and slow. But we do have a fair number of mosquitoes. She also wants to know if I have seen a Sasquatch. And not yet in Alaska, but I have seen them twice in California. And if you're interested, let me know. I can share the videos with you. They're a little touch and go, but I can share the videos. And then we have another question from Bonnie in Oakland, and she wants to know, have I seen the Northern Lights, and if so, what colors? And have not seen them this visit. They are happening all the time, but it's hard to see them when there's so much daylight. So the best time to see them is in the winter, in the fall, winter. And Anchorage actually turns out to be quite bright. I was surprised by how bright it is. There's a glow at night. So I think people in Anchorage often go out maybe by the airport or up on the hillside to watch the Northern Lights. And I have seen them once before. In the winter I was here, and I think they might have been blue or yellow. They were pretty spectacular, but I don't recall the color. Next question comes from Jeff in Minneapolis. Jeff is wondering about dip netting. Well, I have a whole video coming out on dip netting, so that's going to be the next video. But dip netting is where you get a net. It's a hoop. And by regulation, I think it's 4 or 5 feet. And you just dip it into the river at certain times of year. In certain places, it's very regulated. And the salmon swim on in. And it's only open to Alaska residents. So you've got to be a resident. I am not a resident yet. You got to be here for a year. And usually you've got to fish with a rod and reel or a hook. And but there's a certain time of year when you can just dip a net in. But it's limited, very limited, into where you can do it and when you can do it. So for example, in the Kenai right now, you can do it on the mouth of the Kenai. There's about a 3-mile section from the ocean up to a bridge, and you can dip net from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. And the limit is something like 40 for head of household and 10 for each additional person, something like that. So many people will bring out 55 and 60 fish, and everybody has a crew. So you go down there with your crew, you stand on the shore with your net, or you get on a boat, and there'll be a whole video. The next questions are from Amelia in Los Angeles. Hi, Amelia. Are the towns big? She wants to know. Anchorage is about 300,000 people. It's about half the population of the state. It takes about 20-25 minutes to drive across Anchorage. Anchorage is about 80 square miles. Los Angeles is about 503 square miles. So it's much smaller. And Los Angeles has about 3,800,000 people, and we have about 300,000 people here. So Anchorage is by far the largest city in Alaska. The capital of Juneau has about 32,000, and the other large city is Fairbanks at about 32,000. There are other cities about 20,000, but in the whole state, there's only about 740,000. So more people live in San Francisco than live in the whole state of Alaska. Amelia also wants to know if there's a lot of fun things to do here, and there are a lot of fun outdoor things to do. There's hiking, fishing and hiking, biking. Hiking, did I say that yet? Outdoors, there's rafting. And what type of animals have I seen? I've seen beavers, geese, bear, moose, whales, porpoises, eagles, ducks, grebes, which looks like a duck but maybe isn't, grouse, which looks like a chicken, and ptarmigan, which looks like a dove, I guess. So we've seen lots of animals. We've seen a moose and baby moose not too far from our house. Here's a little video. And yeah, bears, I say bears. So. And Amelia also wants to know if I've made any friends. And I'm going to say yes, Amelia, I have made some new friends. Next question comes from Emmy in Oakland. This is a great question. Emmy wants to know, is there a regional accent? And if so, can I provide an example? I have not noticed a regional accent, Emmy. There are native people here. There's a large native population, and I guess you could say they have a bit of an accent. But Anchorage is a large melting pot. There's not too many people who are from Anchorage. So it's a melting pot from a lot of different places. So I've not heard a regional accent yet. Oh, and one more question. The last question is from Steve O in Oakland, and he wants to know, when's the best time to visit? And the best time to visit is whenever you're here, Steve O. I'm not sure. I think if it's your first time visiting, I would try the summer. I would try maybe August. I've noticed the spring was very nice. We had an awesome May here, so May was really nice this year, although I hear it was one of the best Mays ever. But try the summertime. I would say not November or December, but winter could be good, February or March. So when you're here, it's a good time. And that's it. Keep an eye out for my dip netting video, which should be out hopefully soon. Thank you. Bye.